Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good afternoon, everyone. We are learning function of the citta, right? Function of the citta. So we have 40 functions of the cittas. So among them, the rebirth linking consciousness, light continuum, and death consciousness. So they are the same. They are the same, but depending on where they arise, when they arise. So they have a different name, right? Different name. So paticcanti means relinking, right? So it link with the previous life and current life. So therefore it is called paticcanti citta. Then after that, to continue light stream, right? Light stream. So therefore it is called light continuum. Literally, bhava means life, anga means essential part. The essential part of life, right? Without this one, without bhavanga, there will be no life, right? So therefore it is the essential part of life. Then after that, there will be death, right? So it in the life. So therefore, chutti citta, the death consciousness. So actually they are the same, even though they have a different name, right? So actually we have 90 cittas that functions relinking death and light continuance. So we have 2 investigation consciousness, 2 investigation cittas, accompanied by equanimity, right? And we have 8 great resident citta, and we have 9 sublime resident cittas. So altogether 90, right? They function the rebirth linking, and they function like continuance, and they function death. So therefore, we have to know these 90 cittas, right? 2 investigating cittas, accompanied by equanimity, 8 great resident cittas, and 9 sublime resident cittas. So together 90, right? So we have learned previous week. So we have a question. I think it is very important to clarify. The question said that is rebirth linking consciousness a form of energy that carry into our next birth, because it neither soul or self. I think that previous week also we have learned the nature of self and soul, right? Whatever you call it, some people believe a permanent entity that exists forever, especially in the body. Some people say that cannot be seen, but you can still experience, right? So in Hinduism, to talk about soul, I think in Hinduism, you die in this life, so your body left behind. The soul go to next life, right? Next life. It is just like changing the clothes. They give the example of changing the clothes, right? You change old clothes and you wear a new one, right? So here, old clothes means current life. But when you die, you change new clothes. But the soul is not unchanged. The soul is unchanged, right? So that is the nature of soul. I think other than Buddhism, I would say that many, almost every religion, they believe, they believe the theory of soul. But in Buddhism, as you know that the Buddha achieved the higher mental state, right? Meditated development based on his own experience. Everything is changing, right? The mind is changing all the time. There is no permanent entity. The body is changing all the time. The matters are changing all the time, the body. Actually, nowadays, as a science developed, then we now know that every matters in the body outside are changing all the time, right? Changing all the time. But people, even the scientists, they still believe permanent entity. Wherever you call it, sometimes you can call cell or soul or anything. Even at the time of the Buddha, some used the word vijnana. So vijnana means consciousness, right? Vijnana means consciousness. So therefore, when the Buddha, one time one of the men called Sati, and he put forward the idea, the same thing. So this consciousness, this vijnana, that go to another life, right? That go to another life. So therefore, when the Buddha interviewed that monk, what do you mean by vijnana? What do you mean by vijnana, right? So using the word vijnana, he referred to the idea of soul, right? So therefore, the Buddha denounced that monk. So actually is a pernicious view. The Buddha used the word pernicious view, very dangerous view. So the most distinguished, the clear difference between Buddhism and other religion is the idea of soul and the idea of not soul or non-soul, right? So the Buddha, he himself experience and he himself experiment, right? The nature of mind and body, or the nature of mind and matter. Every day is changing all the time. So the Buddha used the word nadi soto viya, just like the water current in the river, right? So in the river, you see that this is the river, right? It looked like it did not change, right? But actually, the water current are changing all the time, but we do not notice. So for that reason, so one of the scholars in the West, he said that we cannot dive into the water twice, right? We cannot dive into the river twice. So the moment you dive, so that water already flow. Now when you dive again, then another water. So therefore he said that you cannot dive into the river twice. Just like that, everything is changing. Mind also changing. For those who have a stable concentrations, deep and stable concentrations, they know this impermanent nature of mind and body. That if your concentration is deeper and stable, then you can experience your body. Things arises, disappear. It is not the whole body. So you can analyze tiny materials in your body, right? So your body is combination of all these matters. You can experience by yourself if you have enough concentrations. So therefore, I think that as a Buddhist, It's not a normal Buddhist, actually it's a highly intellectual Buddhist. As a highly intellectual Buddhist. So I think that we have to know the difference between Buddhism and other religions. But of course, for normal Buddhists, it's okay. Right? Normal Buddhists also okay. Yesterday, I was invited to Amorphosis near Badok for the blessing. The one who invited me is a Hindu, a young soldier. And he came to temple, and of course on the way we have a chit-chat, and he said that he is Hindu. Then I told him, Hindus and Buddhisms are very close. But here I must say that Hindu and Buddhism too much different. Because based on the soul theory, right? Based on the soul theory. I think that is very important to differentiate in the normal level. It is important to differentiate in the higher level, ultimate level, right? Ultimate level. So therefore, when a monk called Sati put forward the idea of soul, the Buddha denounced and the Buddha criticized using the word pernicious. Pernicious wrong view, right? Pernicious wrong view. So whatever name you use, but if you think in your mind that there is permanent entity in the mind or in the body that go from life to another, right? So therefore, I'm very often point out that in ancient time, especially in the Europe, the Christian in the Europe, they are afraid to be cremated. So the reason is, so if their body is cremated, they don't have any body, right? When they have a judgment day, right? Judgment day, I never know it. So therefore, they think that when the judgment day arrives, so their body will get up, and they have a judgment from their God, right? From their God. So therefore, they are afraid to be cremated. I think even nowadays, because they have the ideal soul, right? Ideal soul. But in Singapore, they have to change it, right? They have to be cremated, otherwise no place, right? No place for their body. So therefore, I think that because we have a strong attachment to our body and to our soul, right? To soul. So therefore, I think as a Buddhist, we are very free. I also told maybe a few times, or 1 or 2 times, 3 years ago, I got a call from Straits Times. So the reporter asked me the question. So the Burmese people, so when their departed one was cremated, so they do not take anything, they just go back. Actually, as a Singaporean, I think he is a Christian or maybe non-Buddhist. So as a Singaporean, he is really surprised. So Burmese, they do not take any remaining bodies, right? Cremated bodies. So after the body is cremated, they just go back. So they do not care about the body or the ashes or anything, right? The bones or anything. Because it is deeply rooted in their mind. It is because of the Buddhist teachings. So as a Burmese, so when we die,